she's improving, who has an off-the-field issue, and then he's got a bad back from last year, and they've got nothing really behind him. Like, how could they not be a lock for the first pick in the draft based on where they are with their roster?
That's Mike Lombardi. Again, I know I'm viewed as a Lions hater, but I can't even approach that level of negativity with this team. But that's where he's at. I think the Stafford thing's the most compelling part. I mean, playing while beat up, injured, not 100%, that is not how you want to start. You're having the same conversation, with Cam Newton. Could play week 1, might play week 1, beat up, but could go out there. You know what happens when that happens? You get hurt a lot of times. If Stafford's backs are tricky. No injury is good. Back injuries are scary. If what Lombardi's saying is true, yeah, maybe it makes you reconsider everything we've had to say about this football team. Let's go to the people. Go to Ryan, 97.1. Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mike, how you guys doing today? Great show. I'm as excited for you as college football is right around the corner.
Oh, I know.
I cannot wait. First of all, the Andrew Luck thing definitely did shock me. The whole Stanford back issue. My dad has a ruptured disc in his lower back and hasn't been the same ever since then. And now you're talking about Stanford going out there, getting hit 13, 14 times, it seems like every week. It's not good.
No, I mean, it's scary. It's just that it gives you pause, and you have to at least consider it. Again, whether he's right or wrong, we're going to find out soon enough here. But where were you at with the Andrew Luck thing? Because I know that's why you called.
Yeah, I'm just very shocked by it. I know the guy's been dealing with all these injuries, and, who does the hell from going out, before he's, playing in a hospital bed somewhere, for a long period of time. So, I'm kudos to him. Like you said, one of the best prospects since, Peyton Manning, man. I feel for the guy. I wish he could have stayed healthy.
Yeah, but you got any problem with him leaving, a week before the season? That's not a problem for you?
Oh, it's a big problem to me, though. To let your team make sense like, I'm not going to be playing this season, I'm going to be retiring. And now, like you said, there's reports possibly him going to the XFL. I doubt that's true. I hope that's not true why he's doing it. But, hey, Vinnie Mac can dish out the cash, so who knows?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Ryan. How does Lombardi get away with spouting that nonsense with zero accountability? Detroit Steve, he's saying you talked to somebody. He's not a journalist. He's a former NFL GM and player personnel guy. He believes he's right. What do you want me to say? You want to challenge him on it, guy? What's he going to do? Reveal the source? Second running back for a lower offense. Stafford's mediocre, and Patricia's still the coach. You say they got better. How? All right, well, I think you got a star at running back. I think you solved the one problem you had on offense where you had no tight ends, and now you have a pair that do things that complement each other, including Hawkinson, who's the best blocking tight end prospect in a long, long time. You get your quarterback, healthy, and Ragnow moves back to his natural position. Obviously, what happened on Friday night, excuse me? Hey, man, Patricia can play that game that they're not season-ending injuries, but he's playing a game. This is all Patricia does. He plays games. Well, they're not season-ending. What does that mean? 6 weeks? 8 weeks? Hell, guy could be out for 3 months and it's not season-ending. He could be out 12 weeks from right now and be back by Thanksgiving, right? You mean to tell me if Jared Davis and Frank Ragnow aren't back till Thanksgiving? And again, I don't know that. I'm just making a point that this guy's playing a game. Now, the early reports are what? Ragnow really escaped something bad. Could be, who knows? Maybe he's back week 1. It'd be amazing. But if Ragnow and Davis miss any significant time, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they're in major trouble. That's the heart of your line play. Meaning the supercomputer of your defense, the middle linebacker, and the center of your offense. And Ragnow's, that's his position. Really looking for him to step forward in year 2, take a commanding position, be a Pro Bowl level center, and that's the guy in charge of making all your calls. Yeah, man, that would be devastating if they lost both those guys for any amount of time. So I'm assuming Jared Davis is going to be out for a while. Ragnow, at least they were intimating in the paper, could be back soon-ish. But, for Patricia to get up there and go, they're not season-ending injuries, like, does this guy have to play a game with everybody? You're not Bill Belichick, okay? You're not.
And Bill Belichick today came out and said that he hadn't even heard of Andrew Luck's retirement.
And you know what? The height of dishonesty. It's the height of dishonesty.
I haven't heard that. I don't follow the Colts.
Yeah, okay, sure thing.
But like, part of me just feels like I'm going to get burned by the Lions again this year, because last year I remember saying the same thing. I remember the predictions were 6-10, and I said, "Oh come on, the Lions can't be this bad. They got to at least put up a decent season," and then they don't. And now this year, it's even worse than it was preseason last year. Some of the predictions coming out this year are far worse than even 6-10. We're talking about 2-3 wins. It's crazy. So now I'm sitting here saying, well, I think the Lions are going to be better than what people are predicting, and I just kind of wonder to myself, is it just going to be another year of getting burned by the Lions? It's kind of what's in the back of my head.
I mean, yeah. it's the risk you take, but I mean, Mike, what are you going to do? You're just going to predict? You're just going to predict that they're going to lose every year? You're going to just predict that there is no hope? I mean, years that I think they're terrible, I say it. Years that I don't, I don't.
I didn't think this was going to be a year, though, where I thought they were terrible.
Same. Up, down. NFL, bounce back. That's how it works.
But again, it is the easy thing, and I've said this last week. It is the easy thing to do for people to go out there and say the Lions are going to suck. It's kind of like with Michigan every year, right? Except people say Michigan's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. Adam, 97.1. What's up, Adam?
Hey guys, you got a great show going. Definitely love it. Sounds today. And I gotta say, with Andrew Luck, I was so shocked that Andrew Luck retiring than I was with Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson retiring.
Really?
I'm more shocked because his team is set up. I mean, with Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, their team were terrible. Besides them, their teams were terrible, but his team was set up. And people saying, oh, they should put him on IR and retire at the end of the season. What's the difference if you did it that way or if you retired now? Still puts him out at quarterback all season.
Yeah, but when you do it with a month to go, you give yourself a shot. You give yourself a chance to make a move. I mean, the odds right now, people have already determined who they're cutting, what they're doing. They went through an entire offseason where they could have done something. And now you got nothing. Adam, to me, I got a hard time with the timing, no matter what anybody says. I know, hey, look, maybe news comes out, and he was given a medical diagnosis where retiring, really, he had to do it right now. But without that information, I'm not going to change my opinion.
And I got to say the same thing with Stafford. Say this is a bad case. Say he's going to miss a significant time. He's not ready to go. He goes on the IR. We're out at quarterback. Say he retires at the end of the season. Well, we're be in the same situation if, like you guys are saying, well, Stafford came out and retired. We'd be in the same situation if he was decided to retire on Friday, or if he decided to retire at the end of the season. We could still be out of quarterback. I mean,
but you have the draft and free agency. No, it's not the same. I disagree with you.
It's just the time. Yeah, the time is terrible. But saying, oh, you should go on IR, and then you'll have the draft for next year. The Colts have the draft also. So if he goes in the IR, just not the entire season, and then retires at the end of the season, they still have the draft next year.
Here's the idea. Don't retire. He said he'd been thinking about it for a while. He said it had been a couple of weeks that he had pondered it. You got to make a move. You can't do it now. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. We're not going to yell at each other. It's cool. It's just how I feel. It's like Barry Sanders walking away the night before training camp. It's like Bill Parcells using all the Giants draft picks and then walking away. Like, there's just a right and a wrong. I have no problem with a player walking away, but doing it a week before the season without hearing of a specific medical diagnosis that says I have to do this, I got a hard time with it.
Hello.
I have some bad news.
What's up?
Ricky left his wallet in the cargo pocket, and I washed it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now it's all soggy.
Oh, it's soggy, all right.
I'll have to lay it out, let it dry out.
I know. All right, I just wanted to let you know.
Well, we just got ran off the road.
By who? A crazy person?
Some guy looking at his phone. Freaking.
Did you honk?
Honk. I was freaking up on the curb. I mean, he ran me off the road. He was in the middle lane of a 3 lanes. And he was kind of.
Oh my God.
I was in the right lane, and then all of a sudden he decided he wanted to turn right at this side street. And I was right next to him. And he freaking just cut over. I slammed on the brakes, went up on the curb, started going in towards another car that was at that intersection. I was able to slam on the brakes, and I missed the side of his car by two. I'm surprised my mirror didn't hit his car. He was that close.
Unbelievable. I guess you got to be careful. Did you honk?
Fucking, I got out of the car and started yelling at him.
Be careful about doing that, okay?
He was
What color?
Iraqi or something. I'm so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. I said, put the damn phone down. You're driving, you don't need your phone in your hand.
Good for you. Good for you. Holy crap, he could have killed someone, and it was my husband and my son.
Oh, and just before that, I saw Boo's twin.
You saw Boo's twin?
Identical. The only way I
Really?
could have, I said, Rick, I said, hey, there's Boo. Because I mean, the white paws, the white chests, the white whiskers, but he didn't have any white on his nose at all.
Well, neither does Boo.
He's got that little tiny bit.
Oh, the little stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this cat is all black. There.
Aww.
Other than that, you couldn't have tell them apart. They were identical. They had the same little white socks.
Aww. You saw Boo's doppelganger.
Yeah.
That's precious. Where are you guys at now?
Heading to the office. We're on Woodward.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about laying down.
I gotta go sign some paperwork for insurance. The insurance changed or something.
Do you get dental?
I do, but it's like, it's not really worth anything because it's like
I know.
you gotta pay.
It's such a high deductible.
Exactly. So it's like I'd have to lose all.
They make it so. Why are they making it so nobody can go to the dentist?
Because
Unless you.
if you get insurance that that pays for it, you're paying $200 a month for dental insurance.
Yeah.
It's freaking.
And plus, and that doesn't even include, like, root canals and stuff. All that stuff, it's considered cosmetic dentistry. I don't know how they can consider a root canal, like they'll say, well, insurance won't pay for that. Considered cosmetic, you could just have it pulled.
Right.
That's how they, I shouldn't have let them pull all my teeth at that other dentist. All right, that frustrates me. I'll let you guys go, though.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Be careful.
Always.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
0% annual percentage rate. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
This hour of the Mike Valenti Show is brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens, and they need people who can keep up with the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, future.
My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge. And I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days. It's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh holding his first weekly presser of the season. Said right tackle Andrew Stuber set to miss the entire year after suffering a torn ACL in camp, and he would like to see both Shea Patterson and Dylan McCaffrey under center in this Saturday's game. Also said the kicking competition is ongoing between Quinn Nordine and Jake Moody. He's not yet ready to name a starter at tailback. Lions on the practice field today in Allen Park, continuing to get set for Thursday's preseason finale with the Browns. Elsewhere on the league, though, the Redskins naming Case Keenum their starter for Week 1 against the Eagles. The Raiders wideout Antonio Brown losing his second helmet grievance and must find a new helmet moving forward, but in the process, he's been contacted by multiple companies that are willing to build him a customized helmet and even pay him to wear it. Ryan Woolen, more at 971theticket.com.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
All right, straight to the phones. Sully's got some college football for you. I also have been doing a little research here. We always have this debate about live sports, season tickets, and kind of what a sucker job that is. And, you know my opinion on Michigan State. And I know Michigan fans, we agree on this, is that something's got to change with the whole season tickets versus secondary market. I've just been looking up what games are going for around the country, and I've got almost 15 examples. And I didn't cherry pick one or two. I'm talking about 15 legitimate, either really good teams or traditionally good areas for college football. Mike, these home opener prices are unbelievable. And it's, again, another feather in my cap of not having season tickets. Unbelievable.
I assume you mean unbelievably low?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you meant unbelievably priced high, I don't know who would pay for that. I figured you meant low.
You spent more on your sandwich than it would have cost to get into the home opener of the top 10 team.
Really? Is that top 10 team Michigan?
No.
Huh.
No. But a couple of sandwiches is.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a terrible opponent for playing.
Go to Ryan, 97.1. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, what's up?
I think I was touching on the Andrew Luck thing, man. I just kind of, been watching the Hard Knocks thing like most fans are doing right now with working with the football and their license. Something interesting that he said, a little John Gruden take was that they knew about the Antonio Brown helmet from the beginning. They knew about his feet from a long time ago. And where that brings me up with the Andrew Luck situation is just, I feel like they knew. I feel like there was a good chance that they already knew what was going on for a little while now, and they're just not breaking the news to the public, which, it could, I could see myself as a fan being a little upset, but I wouldn't have moved. And I just think we're giving the fans the easy out, and got guys like Doug Gottlieb talking about, whatnot, that's the most millennial thing ever. But you play basketball, bro, stop it. Like, football is a grueling sport.
Ryan, why do you care? Let me ask you a question. Why do you care what Doug Gottlieb has to say? Who cares?
I really don't. But I just I've seen it, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I was wondering why I touched on that. It just pissed me off a little bit. Like, who's this guy? Hot take. I just hate the hot take thing. And I almost had a hot take for you there for a second, but I'm gonna refrain myself from doing that.
Oh, no. You can't say I got a hot take. I'm not going to tell it to you. You got a hot take you want to offer.
The hot take was with the Lions the hot take was about the Lions, though.
Oh, that's a great story.
What?
What's the hot take? Deliver it.
Oh, okay. place in the division, compete for a wild
That's
card
not a hot
playoff
take.
spot.
That's not a hot take.
Maybe not.
It's okay to have a little bit of belief in your team, and you know what? Outside of being a Dolphins fan or a Giants fan or a Redskins fan, you know, the NFL is designed for roughly 25 of the teams to have hope. I think you're one of those 25.
You know what's funny? I'm not even really a Lions fan. I just like the radio station and I moved to for the Dolphins. I'm not following the team. So that's why I feel like, you know, I can a little less biased to maybe some other things.
Yeah, no, and if it makes you feel better, I don't think it's crazy to suggest it. I don't. Now, you start saying 11-5 or 12-4 and we're going to win the division, hot take.
See, I'll give you a hot take. The other,
I didn't ask for one from you.
it's not, actually, I don't think this is a hot take. It's more of just optimism. My other reaction when I saw the Andrew Luck news is that maybe, just maybe, this cracks the door open for another year of big Nick Foles magic in that AFC South. With the Colts, with what happened, hey, what if the Jaguars just take over now? Another year of it, we could see it. The legend continues.
I mean, between Big Bleep Nick and Big Thick Hawkinson, I don't know what to do.
Big Hawkinson had a good game the other day. I love Big Hawk. Oh, Big TJ Hawkinson. Big number 87, right? What is he, 87?
Well, Roberto, I got to tell you, there are times when someone's got a shovel. You don't stop them from digging. It's him.
Oh, we talked about Gronk. He's Hawk. That's just what it is.
Okay. We're going to Jerry, so you stop talking. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Jerry's. Hey, there he is. Well, it's Jay and Brighton then, because I don't know why it was typed Jerry. What's up?
I don't know why people want to give it kudos. I got to say that if you were injured, like that's where your injuries is what made you step down here a week before the season. Listen, pal, you knew that the first week you walked in because that's a bust you're going to feel for the rest of the year. So if you had those injuries then, and if you log on with teammates and you're set to get off, what a bunch of hogwash, man. This guy's. He just blew all the guys off, man. He just walked away a week before. Like I said, if you were injured, you knew that the first week you came to camp because you're not going to feel any better after.
Well, listen, he's been hurt since April. He's only had a couple days of actual football activity. This has been a long-standing thing. So the fact that it hasn't improved is what he's claiming drove him over to you.
Nah, I ain't buying it, Mike. There's more to the story than that, and I was telling the guy that took my call that it'll come out here in the months to come that you'll see. There's more to the story with Andrew Luck. It's not,
I don't disagree with that take, Jay, and neither does Bruce Arians, the head coach of the Buccaneers, and a guy who coached Andrew Luck. He came out and said it yesterday. There's nothing wrong with saying there's got to be more to it. That's just how I feel. 248-539-9797. Now, we've got a bunch of people who want to call in about that Mike Lombardi sound. I'm going to play that for you again at 4 o'clock. I want to make sure we knock down a little college football in the meantime with a blitz. We'll do that, and then we're going to go straight to your calls. So, Jake, if we could customer service the people, please. We'll just tell them we'll get to them momentarily. We'll get into those Stafford calls where Lombardi says his back is a real issue. You take it for what it's worth, and it might not be much. Capital Mortgage Funding. We all know the mortgage industry has changed for years. You've heard about Harry Glanz, Steve Burke, the entire staff at Capital Mortgage Funding. Now, they're a local company and they're part of the community. So what does that mean for you? It's simple. You're going to get the best deal on a mortgage anywhere. You go to them, they don't put people in outrageous programs. There are no outrageous costs. They do what's right for you. So all you need to do is call them today, 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-LOW-RATE. Great time to buy a new home. Buyer's market. Rates are 3-year lows. Call them. 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage banker. 1-800-LOW-RATE. It's Capital Mortgage Funding.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas. This is Tiki Barber with the CBS Sports Minute. The Packers-Raiders preseason game last Thursday was quite the spectacle, and not in a good way. It was hosted north of the border, which meant it was played on a Canadian football field with the crowd used to football, although of a different variety. Canadian football was played on a field that's longer and wider, with the goalpost in the middle of a 20-yard deep end zone. They had to be removed for the NFL exhibition, but it created a problem because the resulting holes were a safety hazard. So the game was played instead on an 80-yard field with the end zones at the 10-yard line. That and other field issues prompted Green Bay to sit 33 players, including Aaron Rodgers, and the Raiders sat most of their important stars too. So what was the point? The fans in Manitoba were rightly PO'd. This was the third preseason game, which is supposed to be the final dress rehearsal for the regular season. If there was one game to watch, it was this one. What a waste of a great international opportunity. I'm Tiki Barber.
Driving is freedom. The freedom to keep moving, to control your destiny, and to choose your path. And now that freedom fits in the palm of your hand. It's called Ford Pass, the only app that gives you roadside assistance, Ford Pass rewards, and now when you buy or lease a new Ford, earn points you can use toward flexible complimentary maintenance that gives you, well, more freedom. Ford Pass, built to keep you moving, built Ford proud. Visit your participating Ford dealership to find out about getting flexible complimentary maintenance when you buy or lease a new Ford and sign up for rewards.
Roadside assistance is included for certain Ford owners and available to everyone for a per-service fee. Ford reserves the right to change program details without obligations. Visit your participating dealer or FordPassRewards.com for program rules and restrictions. Ford Pass, compatible with select smartphone platforms, is available via download.
You know how you miss your summer vacation as soon as it ends? Well, that's how you're going to feel if you miss the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Because like a summer vacation, the great offers from Ford, America's best-selling brand, are coming to an end. And if you miss it, you'll miss out on all the great times you can have in an awesome Ford vehicle and the incredible savings. So don't. It's the final days of the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event going on now at your local Ford dealer through September 3rd. America's best-selling brand based on 2018 calendar year sales.
Current Easy Plan F-150 lessees to lease a 2019 F-150 Super Crew XLT 4x4 for $149 a month for 24 months, with $1,509 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit and acquisition fee. Excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by September 3rd. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Visit a Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
Hey sports fans, we know you play fantasy football, but did you know you can listen to a show devoted strictly to fantasy football every weekday right from your phone for free? This is Mike from the Fantasy Footballers Podcast, and we want to take your fantasy game to the next level. On the Fantasy Footballers Podcast, we've proven that a fantasy show can be fun and informative. So grab your phone, jump into Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, search for the Fantasy Footballers, and subscribe for free today.
It's Motown Harley's Pre-Owned 2019 Clearance Countdown event this week. Hundreds of Harleys red tag with liquidation pricing. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. 100% of applications considered. Save thousands this week. Only at Motown Harley's Pre-Owned 2019 Clearance event. Ends this Sunday. Visit MotownHarley.com. Approved credit.
Tires, Red Wings, and Pistons all play here. 97.1 The Ticket.
We get a little college football in the mix. Sully, explain what we're doing here, and then obviously we're going to need music that's not Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, so it is 247 Sports bold predictions for the college football season.
I believe the appropriate way to say that is 24/7.
24/7 Sports,
247.
Oh, it's the same thing. But there's tons of these. There's probably, let's hope to get through maybe 12 of these. We'll see.
Sure.
First bold prediction on 24/7 Sports. Penn State backtracks to 7 wins this season.
I think it's plausible. Every skill position player they have is a baby. I think James Franklin sucks as a head coach. Yeah, I could see it. Because unless that daycare center grows up in a hurry, they're going to have a hell of a hard time in the Big Ten East.
Next one here. Florida beats Georgia in Jacksonville.
You're insane. I'm sorry, I walked away from the opener, and I know it may not be fair after one game, but I was completely unimpressed by Florida, completely unimpressed by Felipe Franks again. I was left wondering how in the holy hell did this team hang half 100 on Michigan in a bowl game. I just don't. I told you from the start when the AP poll came out, I think Florida's grossly overrated. I'm going to stand by that until I get proven otherwise. I'm like, I just don't think Felipe Franks is any good.
All right, the next one's titled Nebraska Grads College Game Day Spotlight. And I'm just going to read part of it. Anyone else drinking the Kool-Aid on Scott Frost and Nebraska this season? Hungry feels like the right word to describe this team. A group that will lock down a spot inside the top 25 by year's end and might win the Big Ten West.
All right, now calm down. Here's what I'll say. They'll show market improvement, and I think they're going to beat somebody. Like, they're going to get a win that forces you to take notice when it hits the scroller. I don't know who it's going to be or when it's going to be. But winning the Big Ten West, calm down. I don't think 8-4 is getting that done. And I think at a maximum, they're an 8-win team. Maximum.
It's sack time! Next take here. Missouri is a top 10 team in November. Can you see that happening?
No. Is there reasoning for this, or is this a Missouri grad who wrote it?
It'll only last a week, but the Tigers will be ranked inside the top 10 at 8-0 following a win over Kentucky on October 26th, heading into the Mammoth Showdown with Georgia.
I would need to see their schedule, but I think an 8-0 prognostication for almost any team in America outside of Bama, Clemson, or maybe Georgia is ridiculous. Kelly Bryant at quarterback, that's supposed to make me feel great? No, I think that's ridiculous. It's almost as bad as you presenting it to me without giving me anything to think about.
Well, I read the 8-0 thing. They said this.
I don't know the schedule.
They said, well, courtesy of one of the SEC's softest schedules, Missouri will take advantage with Clemson transfer Kelly.
No, the answer's no.
Oh, yeah. Justin Fields will be a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Come on, no. I think Justin Fields can be really, really good to get Ohio State where they gotta go. He can just be good. But if you want to be invited to New York, you're talking about Justin Fields being one of the 3 best players in all of America. I'm sorry. No. That is hyperbole at best.
All right, the next take's about Notre Dame. Notre Dame, despite the talent returning, finishes with 3 losses during the regular season this fall.
Why?
Returns should be one of the top quarterbacks, but losing 2 captains up front, Alex Bars and Sam Mustipher, along with Dexter Williams and big play wideout Miles Boykin, means Notre Dame's offense will look a little different. They will not be favored in road trips to Georgia or Michigan, and there's several other games that could go either way.
Yeah, but again, I still think at worst they're a 9-3 football team, and that's assuming they lose every big game. No, I don't like. See, that take to me is kind of dumb, but whatever. I think all this preseason stuff is dumb.
Well, this next one about Gus Malzahn, I don't know if this is a hot take at all.
Fired. 7-5.
We are watching Gus Malzahn's final season at Auburn.
And then he'll be paid $26 million to get fired. They owe him $13 million in the first 30 days of his you just got fired period. I don't believe in Auburn because I don't think they have a quarterback. And a Malzahn system cannot function without a quarterback. Love their D-line, but no quarterback, no bueno. I don't buy Auburn.
In the next one, Urban Meyer will take over at Auburn. No, I added that one in. I'm sorry, I know that's your dream.
Oh, I would love to see Urban versus Saban. Sure.
USC is probably the more realistic.
Yeah, I think Clay Helton's a dead man walking.
Both of those guys, Helton and Malzahn, aren't going to be back. I think that's pretty fair to say. The next take here, what do you think of this one? Oregon will win the Pac-12 this season.
I'm all in on it. And I think they're beating Auburn, too. I just think Justin Herbert is fantastic. That offensive line is elite. I think the Pac-12 is soft. I mean, last year they, what was it? Mario Cristobal had a horrific call. Instead of taking a knee, he handed the ball off. The kid fumbled. They lost to Stanford. It cost them a chance at the Pac-12. I think Oregon's a really well put together team with a top 5 quarterback. Yes, I will buy Oregon winning the Pac-12.
say Michigan's next one about Michigan. God, we see this one on every single one.
Why can I not just avoid this? My God.
I'll skip over the Michigan one because we see this one.
It's exhausting.
Let's go to Texas. Sam Ehlinger, not Jalen Hurts, is the Big 12's best quarterback this season.
Okay, I can say that's true, but still believe Oklahoma wins the Big 12. I just am not ready to say that Texas is going to run the gamut, and I think that's what it might take to win the Big 12. And again, you get stuck where if you Texas, you got to play OU twice. So I don't think they're ready for that yet.
And I'll give you a brief description of what they say, because I know people seem to just know Sam Ehlinger for his Texas is back comments, but they say, I like Ehlinger a lot. He's a guy with Tim Tebow-like leadership qualities, someone who makes the players around him want to use every last ounce of energy. The straw who stirs the drink for the Longhorns, he might be college football's most important player, respective to his team's success.
Disagree. Justin Fields. Fields has to be good, or OSU is dead. I mean, dead as a doorknob. I mean, Ehlinger could be above average and Texas could still flourish systematically. I just don't buy that.
All right, let's go on to this next one. Alabama wins every regular season game by double digits this season.
Sure.
They said we nailed this one last season, and despite substantial staff turnover and heavy NFL draft departures, it'll happen again. Tua is without question the SEC's best player heading into his junior campaign, and he'll be a front runner to win the Heisman.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think Bama over 11.5 is a great bet, and then you hedge the Auburn game in case they don't get there. I don't see Bama losing a game before then. I don't. It's the same thing with Clemson. Clemson opens up. They're going to play A&M 2 weeks from now. Then they go to Syracuse on the road. That's really the end of their difficult games. Clemson's going to be favored by 17 plus in maybe every game. You bet the over 11.5. Take a flyer, and you get a hedge in the finale. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Well, they even point out schedules Alabama's easiest in years. They should be favored by double digits in most, if not all.
Why not?
A couple more here. Trevor Lawrence will win the Heisman Trophy. Hot take or not?
No. If it's not him or Tua, I'd be just stunned. I think it's kind of just a assumption.
All right, let's end with this one here. Hot take or not? Georgia beats Alabama in the SEC championship game.
No, it's not a hot take. I mean, Georgia blew a double-digit lead against them last year. They blew a double-digit lead in the national title game. They're coming for Bama. And it's a matter of time before they get him in a big spot. No, it's not a hot take.
Because Georgia's defense will be more athletic this fall, and it's hard to imagine Jake Fromm losing in heartbreaking fashion for a third time to Alabama before he leaves to the NFL.
No, listen, not a hot take at all. I think Georgia's a really interesting bet to win the SEC. I think they're minus 230 to win the East.
Yeah.
You want to tell me after watching Florida that team's going to be Georgia?
Well done.
Report brought to you by the Carpet Guys. There's a reported accident blocking the left lane on US 23 northbound just before Thompson Road. Heavy slow traffic near Metro Airport on 94 both directions, heading into that work zone, and M10 Northwestern Highway both directions between 14 Mile and 696. Construction blocks one lane. Need new carpet or flooring? Right now, Carpet Guys is offering an entire house of carpet or flooring for 57% off. The Carpet Guys make it easy to shop local and at a great price. Be wise. Call the Carpet Guys at 855-4MY-GUYS or visit the website at carpetguys.com. I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
Jamie and Stoney, mornings. Coming up Tuesday at 7:25, your chance to win $2,000 in the $2 Grand Slam. And at 9:18, your chance to win some Tiger tickets. Jamie and Stoney, mornings, 6 to 10.
I love my city. This is my home. I grew up with that blue-collar assembly line mentality. You get up, you go to work, and you work hard. That's what makes us superior.
Superior pricing, superior service, and superior selection. That's why Superior Buick GMC in Dearborn is Michigan's largest, with more vehicles than almost anyone in the country. And this month, we have so many Enclaves on the lot, we made it a Gator deal. Lease your new 2019 Buick Enclave Essence, trimmed out with leather, for only $279 a month with $14.95 down. Just $279 a month, and you can drive home in this mid-sized luxury SUV today. Again, all you do is ask for your Gator deal, and Superior will lease you a 2019 Buick
Superior Buick GMC on Michigan Avenue, just east of Greenfield. Or shop online, they deliver at superioronline.com.
The Flame Golden 6-pack is back, but not for long. You'll get an expertly installed AC unit, furnace, water heater, humidifier, and a Nest thermostat, plus 1-year Gold Plan membership, all for as low as $79 a month for a limited time only. Call Flame first or visit flamefurnace.com.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
I'm a counselor for the Michigan Problem Gambling Helpline. People don't want to call us. They're ashamed, and they don't think they can be helped. I have years of experience as a counselor, and real-life experience, too. I was a gambler once myself, so nothing you say can shock me. It's my job to help you, so call me.
Call 1-800-270-7117 for help. Sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. We've all seen signs that say workers must wash hands. Well, consider yourself a worker. You're working for the health of everyone in Michigan. Washing your hands with soap and warm water